everyone. So this is the second part of interactions in ecology. In the previous video, we have already covered about the positive interaction, and in this lecture, we will be discussing about the negative interaction in detail. So in negative interaction, we have predation, parasitism, herbivory, amensalism, spite and competition. We will discuss about all of them in detail. So in a nutshell, negative interaction means consider this is species A and this is species B. So when species A and species B are interacting with each other, so the resultant of the interaction would be negative. That is, it would be harming either species 1, that is species A, or species B, or it is harming both the species. That is, the interaction resultant could be both of the species getting harmed, or either one is getting harmed and other have no effect. It could be the other way round also, that is species A is having no effect and species B is getting harmed. So these are the various ways in which the negative interaction can occur, and how they occur, we'll understand it by the help of these subtypes. So the first and the most common negative interaction is predation. So in simple terms, predation means when one organism eats or consumes the other organism. That is the consumption of one living organism by other. And in this type of interaction, we have two members, A and B. One is known as the prey and the second one is known as the predator. The prey is the one which is killed and is being eaten by the other member, and the predator is the one that feeds on the prey. So we have prey and we have predator. So prey is the one that is getting harmed by getting killed, and the predator is getting the benefit of the food. So the resultant is that any one of the species is getting harmed. So this is a case of negative interaction. And we can also call predation as the act of capturing, killing and eating. That is, first the predator captures its prey, then it kills, and finally it consumes it or it eats it. Predation excludes the scavengers and the decomposers. Why? Because in decomposition, the decomposers are actually feeding on the dead matter, the matter which is already dead in nature, and the decomposers need not to kill it to have its consumption. Hence, in predation, scavengers and decomposers are excluded. And the most common example of scavengers is vulture. So predation is a direct and a complex interaction. Why direct? Because the one member is directly impacting the other member and eating it, and complex because it takes a lot of energy and other techniques to capture its prey and finally consume it. So these picture depicts the predation example. In the first one, we can see the predation occurring in the aquatic environment, and in the second picture we have the predation occurring in the wildlife. So what are the anti-predation techniques? That is, how does the prey which is being impacted or which is getting harmed does its protection? This would be covered in the anti-predation techniques, about which we would be studying in complete detail in our next video. So the second negative interaction is herbivory, and herbivory is a form of predation itself. Why? Because in herbivory, the plant is being eaten by the herbivore. That is, the plant which is present in the nature is eaten by the animal that is feeding upon it. That is, all the herbivores that feed upon the autotrophs. And what are autotrophs? The plants are known as the autotrophs because they synthesize their own food by the help of the photosynthesis process. And what is photosynthesis? We have already discussed in detail. So in herbivory, we have two members, A and B. The A is the animal, that is the predator or the herbivore which is eating the plant, and the B is the autotroph or the plant that is being eaten. So we can call that herbivory is also a type of predation. and we would symbolize herbivory by positive and negative, because the animal is getting the benefit of food and in return the plant is getting harmed by being eaten. So these are the examples of herbivory. In the first picture we can see the caterpillar eating the leaves of the plant, and in the second picture we can see a herbivore feeding on the leaves of a plant. So both of these are the cases of herbivory, where the animal is getting the benefit and the plant is getting negatively affected. The third type of negative interaction is parasitism. So what is parasitism? So it is a relationship between two organisms in which one species, that is the parasite, benefits for growth and reproduction and the other species is harmed. For example, consider this is species A and this is species B. Species A is the parasite and species B is the host. So the parasite, that is the species A, would attack on the host, that is species B, and would get the benefit of growth and reproduction by using all the resources from second host, but the second host in turn is getting negatively affected by the attack of the parasite. So this is a case of negative interaction where the parasite is getting the benefit but the host is getting affected. So we have the members as the host and the parasite. The host is getting harmed, that is the negative impact, but the parasite is getting the benefit, that is the positive impact. So we would denote this parasitism by the similar one, that is positive and negative interaction. So these are the common examples of parasitism. In the first picture we have the amar bale, that is the parasite which is attacking on the Cuscuta plant, that is the host of this particular parasite. So the parasite, that is the amar bale, is getting the benefit of growth and reproduction, but the Cuscuta plant is wasting its energy because of the attack of the parasite. So it is a case of parasitism. And in the same way, on the right hand side we have the leaves getting affected by the small dot like structure, and these dots are nothing but the impact or the effect of various negative members for this particular plant. So this is also a case of negative interaction. The next type of negative interaction is the amencellism. So in amencellism, in a nutshell, we have that one species is harmed and the other species have no effect, that is no positive and no negative effect. So this is a case of negative interaction. So in this, one organism gets harmed and the other one is not affected. And which is the most common example? It is that when one organism produces antibodies against the other organism. We can understand it this way, that when in our body any bacteria infects our body, so as a result of the infection our body produces antibodies against that foreign particle. So in this case the foreign particle is getting negatively affected because it would die as a result of the antibodies, but our body would remain unaffected, that is there is no harm or no gain out of this interaction. Hence it is a case of amencellism. And the other common example of amencellism is the algal bloom. And what is algal bloom? It is the uncontrolled rapid growth of algae over the water surface of any lake or any water body, then it is known as algal bloom. And the result of algal bloom is that it leads to the death of the fishes. Why? Because when the algae completely covers the water surface, and as a result of this the oxygen cannot penetrate inside the water, and hence the fishes would not get enough oxygen for survival and hence they would die. So in this interaction algae have no effect, but the fishes and the other aquatic organisms get killed, hence they are harmed. So in this case we have negative and neutral interaction, that is it is a case of negative interaction as an resultant. So the next negative interaction is spite. This is very important because one question have been previously asked specifically from spite. So it is important that we remember it nicely. So spite in simple words means that it is an interaction in which the same species members are harmful for their own species. That is, consider this is one single species and we have members A and B. So when member A and member B are harmful for each other, so this type of interaction in which the members of same species are harmful, that is the case of spite. And in this case we have the interaction as negative and negative, because as a final result of this interaction both of the members would get affected, hence it is a case of negative interaction. As we can see in the figure, the same species members harming each other, so it is a case of spite. Next and the most important type of negative interaction is competition. So what is competition? So competition occurs when the individual attempts to obtain a resource that is inadequate or that is in less amount to support the needs of all the individuals. That is, consider this is species A and this is species B. So both of the members or both of the species are in a need of food. So if the food is in ample amount, there would occur no competition. But if the food is in less amount, so species A and species B would compete with each other in order to get that food which is in less amount. So the most common reason for competition to occur is that when the resources are not in ample amount for satisfying the need of all the species. And as a result of competition, both of the members or both of the species are adversely affected. And this competition mainly occurs for food, space, light, nutrients when they are in the short supply. And we can denote the competition as negative because as a result of the interaction both species A and species would get harmed. And this competition usually occurs between the members of same trophic level. So what is a trophic level? In simple terms, when we symbolize or when we represent a food chain in the form of a pyramid, so we have different levels on which we represent different members. So each of this level is known as a trophic level. So the members belonging to the similar trophic level usually compete with each other because they are in the need of the same resource. Hence the competition occurs. We can see the examples of competition in the figure, as we can see that in all the cases the organisms are competing with each other for one resource or the other. So let us talk about the types of competition. So we have two types of competition. The first one is the intra-specific and the second one is the interspecific. In intraspecific competition, it occurs between the members of the same species. That is, consider this is a complete species and in this we have two members. So the members of same species when competing with each other, that type of competition is known as intraspecific. And the second one is interspecific. So in this case we have the members of different species competing with each other for the resources. So let's talk about the interspecific competition in a bit detail. The first point to remember is that interspecific competition is density independent because this competition is not dependent on whether the species A and species B members are less or more in number. It is dependent on the resource for which they are competing. And also the intensity of this competition or the intensity of the interspecific competition increases with decreasing resources, as if the species 1 and species 2 are competing for food. So as the amount or as the level of food goes down, the intensity or the vigorosity by which these species would compete would increase. As there is less food, so more competition intensity would occur in order to get that food. And in this, the growth and the survival of one species is negatively affected. As a result of this competition, either species A or species B would get the food. So, the species getting the food would have a better survival and better growth. But the species that do not get sufficient amount of food for its growth would have a negative impact on its growth and survival. And the negative effect could either be direct or indirect. So when it is direct, we would call it as interference, and when it is indirect, we would call it as exploitation. So talking about the intraspecific which occurs between the members of the similar species for the similar requirements, that is, both of the members would be needing the same food and the same other resources, and they would help them to have better survival, better reproduction and better growth. And as a result of this competition, it leads to a decreased resource intake per individual. Why? Because both of the members are from the same species. So if A gets more food, as a result B would get less food, and because they are belonging to the similar species, so because of species A consuming more food, so when we look at the complete or the average intake of the individuals in this species, we would find out that there occurs a decreased resource intake because of unbalanced intake of resources in between the members, and as a result they have decreased growth and reproduction. And also the intraspecific competition is more intense and more fearful because both of the members are actually competing for the similar thing, so there is more intensity and more fearfulness in this type of competition. So the last thing we need to talk about is the modes of competition, which is very important as many questions have been previously asked from this topic. So we have three modes of competition. The first one is the apparent competition, then we have exploitive, and the third one is the interference. So both the apparent and the exploitive are indirect mode, and the interference is a direct type of competition. In case of apparent competition, consider that because of predation, the prey predates on both the species A and species B. Consider species A is in very large amount or in very large number, so as a result of this there would occur more predation, and because of more predation the predators number would increase in nature, which would result in more requirement of food by these predators, and hence these predators would go and eat the second species. So we can see that in apparent competition, the species A is negatively impacting species B because of its large amount of population. And in case of exploitive competition, we have species A and species B negatively impacting each other for the common resource. For example, here we have food. So consider if species A consumes more food. So because of more food consumption by species A, it would lead to less food availability for the second species. Hence, because of sharing of common resources requirement, species A and species B are indirectly impacting each other by increasing their consumption of the resources. The third type is the interference, in which the species A and the species B directly impact each other by having a negative impact as a result of their actions. So with this, we are done with all the negative interactions in detail. Let us just solve one previous year CSIR net question for practice purpose. In this question, we have to match column A and column B according to the depiction and the type of competition it is representing. So as we have just discussed, we can easily solve out this question and we can find out that option A is a direct competition, and direct competition is also termed as an interference competition. So A matches with second option, and the second one, that is in which we have a shared resources, and because of shared resources species A and species B are negatively impacting each other, so it is a case of exploitive competition. So B matches with the fourth one. And the third one, in which we have the herbivore, and we just discussed that herbivory is a case of predation, and the predation was discussed in the apparent mode of competition. So C matches with the first one. This complete combination can be seen in option C, hence C is the correct answer. So with this, we are done with all the positive and the negative interactions in detail in part 1 and part 2. You can watch out for the other part as well. I'll put the link of the same in the description box. So if you like this video, please do like, share it with your friends, and please subscribe to my channel, and I'll be coming up very soon with the next topic as well. So thank you so much for watching.